Hallelujah. It is October the 28th. We out here on pull up for prayer. Y'all know how we do, man. We out here faithful. The Most High out here with us. We had an awesome service. The sisters over there praying. We had several people done pulled up. A brother pulled up for prayer. Sisters pulling up for prayer. Lady Emma them over there, they still talking and pouring into the sisters. We got the brethren out here. We got the brethren out here strong today. The sisters attending to the sisters. You praying for
Street talk with a gospel slang, they even fake it with a nose ring. My prophecy coming short range, in your face with the truth, man. Don't like it, then get up out of here. Feel better sitting in the rear, gotta follow clouds as you lead the way. Never care what a hater say. In high school, I was stunting on them, had big rims every 6 months. Every day at the Burger King, I was too fly to eat school lunch. My heritage been by the bread. Family members in and out the feds. Nazarite with the long dreads, gold grill, open face heads.
They don't want the hypocrisy of what they see. So what Mashiach does is he walks upon her and he says, hey, look, his conversation, and let me say this too, truth is not about exposing somebody. Oh. The Basora is not about exposing. The gospel is not about exposing someone for their flaws. The gospel is about empowering people. Empowerment over exposing. When you empower somebody, they're going to expose themselves and self-correct. This is the reason why when Mashiach had the woman, when they told him, they said, look, this woman is caught in adultery. She needs to be stoned. That is true according to the law. She should be stoned. But Mashiach asked them about themselves. And then after that, when they could not fulfill and move forward in the stoning, the first thing he speaks to the woman is he asks her, where are your accusers? Why? Because this is someone who understands how to reach people. He knew that she was already in a position of someone pointing out her flaws. She didn't need someone else pointing out her flaws. Okay? But the whole point of him pointing out her sin was to empower her. Not to condemn her and not to expose her. She was already being exposed amongst the men. She needed empowerment. If you want to reach a family member that's in some other form of religion, just allow them to see your walk. Man. Y'all know I told y'all that. Tell y'all they have the cookout go. Tell y'all all the time. They don't expect you to come to the cookout. They already on your cousin and auntie all on your Facebook page. They see how you talking crazy. You show up to the cookout, they thinking that you coming to act a fool like on Facebook. But if you just come, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, you know, how you doing? Just hugging on folks and, you know, everything like that, laughing, talking. They can't even enjoy the cookout because they trying to feel like he up to something. And don't show up on Thanksgiving. I ain't telling y'all to eat what they eat. I say show up. The conviction of your presence oftentimes become the greatest witness than anything you can say out of your mouth. Right. Oh, yeah. Then they start wondering why you coming, why he coming. You know, I came to the cookout, he ain't said nothing. Because you know at the cookout, they're gonna have slabs of, respect my family, they're gonna have slabs of rib, they're gonna have probably 8 bushel of crabs. They're gonna have all that. Yes, sir. I'm gonna show up. I would show up to the cookout and everything. Then I started showing up at my mom and them house on Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything. They lost their mind. They couldn't even sleep. Everybody on the phone calling, what he showing up for? What? He up to something. And then after that, after the consistency and the prayer, then I start getting cousins start asking, hey man, I seen stuff you posting on Facebook. I see y'all doing this. What's that about? Then it opens up the door to witness. You're not trying to push them into it because ultimately it's the presence of the Ruach. This is what my shock is about to do to this system. Okay? Come on, read, yo.
The Samaritan woman said to him, how is it that you, a Jew, ask for me a drink?
Listen to that. How are you a Jew? you're a natural blood or you're an Israelite, you're born up in the culture. Why are you asking me? Y'all don't even kick it with us like that. None of your brothers ever come here. So in her mind, she thinking he up to something. He plotting. He up to something. It was so bad, let me tell you, it was so bad that our forefathers, before they would go through Samaria, they would walk 100 miles around because they refused to walk through Samaria, which was a shorter route to get home where they're trying to go. That's bad. They would rather walk all the way around through the rivers and everything, alligators and everything, versus walking through there, passing Jacob's well or whatever. They was the Pharisees and that community had them so in bondage. They thought just walking on the land would defile them. It was so bad, they were scared that if anything touched them that a Gentile had, they would consider unclean. This is why when they came to my shop, why y'all ain't wash your hands before you eat? Because that whole ritual that was passed down by our forefathers after the Babylonian captivities, because they was tired of going into captivity, the fence that they put around, they thought washing their hands made them clean. But they still had a sin problem internally. That's the issue. Come on, read, Elder.
How is that you, a Jew, ask for me a drink, a woman of Samaria?
Come on.
For the Jews have no dealings with Samaritans.
That's right.
Yeshua answered her, if you knew the gift of Yah.
Oh, if the condition. Look out. We have to stop studying certain sayings. Study the character and integrity of our Mashiach. If he's not saying you don't know what you're talking about, you ain't got no truth. No, his point is about depositing truth. He's trying to open her up to receive the truth. If, which is the condition, if you knew, which implies she doesn't know. But he's saying it in a different way to where it's not offensive.
That's right. Right.
Because he could have said, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Why are you going to ask me about that? Yeah, that's right. Y'all are some doggone mutts. And we the real Israelites. So get me some water, woman. Could have been like that, right? That wasn't his approach. Yeah, he could have said, but you know you're going to be my servant in the kingdom. He didn't say none of that. He approached her differently. Come on, read what it says.
If you knew the gift of Yah, and who it is that is saying to you, give me a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water.
So let me ask y'all this. Read it one more time. Read that one more time.
If you knew the gift of Yah, and who it is that is saying to you.
Stop right there. What's the gift of Yah? Come on, one at a time. Messiah, who else? What's that, sister?
Eternal life.
Eternal life. Sister Qatar, you say something? Salvation. What else?
The Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh.
Ruach, what else?
All of the above.
All of the above. All of the above. See, in that day, there was no spiritual application to teaching.
Right.
They didn't understand why Yah said stuff. They just did what he said. Well, that's why we missed the point. That's why we missed the point. Everything that Yah has said in his Torah that he's given to us, there's a reason behind why he says it.
Right.
He's more concerned about us doing the why versus doing because he said. Because what you can do is when you do what he said and not understanding the why, then you become a literalist. So you miss the whole spirit of it. Right? That's what I'm saying. Mashiach had issues. Mashiach wasn't against the teaching of the Pharisees. He was against the hypocrisy of them. That was the issue. Come on, read, Elder.
The woman said to him, Sir, you have nothing to draw water with, and the well is deep.
See, she don't understand the spiritual application. She's thinking about natural water. But watch his response.
Are you greater than our father Jacob? He gave us the well and drank from it himself.
Now I want y'all to notice this. The Samaritans think Jacob is so great. Right? The northern kingdom think Jacob's so great. The southern kingdom think Moses is so great. None of them talking about Yah. None of them talk about Yah. They only talk about men. They only talk about, are you greater than Jacob? She didn't say you greater than the Most High. Right. Are you greater than Jacob? Then the Israelites come around. What? Are you greater than the southern kingdom? You ain't greater than Moses or Abraham. They our father. Right. You see the deserted land, the uninhabited land of the Ruach is not there, whether it's in Samaria or in Israel. It's not there. So he's trying to bring a truth to her. Notice the truth that he's bringing to her is spiritual, right? When he's talking to the people in Israel, he's talking spiritual talk. When he's talking to the leaders in Israel, he's talking parables. Because you know why? Because the leaders already in their mind thinking they arrived. They can't be taught nothing. Right. So since you can't be taught anything, I'm going to speak to you in gibberish and parables. But I'm going to talk to the people. I'm going to talk to them, empowering them, because you didn't do your job as leaders. You didn't empower the people. All you did was make them idolize you. You became an idol to the people. That's why you love to walk around in with your phylacteries all through the markets. You love to hear people call you moray and teacher and all this other stuff. That's why we got all this beef going on right now of, you know, this person. We got all these. I put up a post about WWE, Royal Rumble. That's why we got all this Royal Rumble. Yeah. Because everybody in the crowd watching their social media, but everybody in the ring, we got all these Israelites fighting each other. You ain't doing no work. You're just fighting each other. And you're online, on the internet. Everybody trying to grow a crowd, create their own kingdoms, because that's all it is. They creating these kingdoms, and they pulling all the people in. They ain't talking nothing about being born again. They ain't talking about nothing about turning from your sin. They ain't talking nothing about the Mashiach. If they do, it's always about, well, we're going to rule with the Mashiach. You ain't ruling with the Mashiach. The lady asked him, can my son sit next to you? He like, what you talking about? How you going to sit next to me?
Come on.
Huh? You lose your job and you lose your mind. You lose your husband that died in the family, you lose your mind. How you gonna sit next to me and you ain't even bear no level of the cup that I'm gonna partake in? Mm-hmm. You can't even hold yourself because of the slight thing that you're going through. You think that's the worst thing that can happen to you? Let me ask y'all this. Do you think the condition that you're in presently now is as worse as it could be? No, actually, if you viewed it differently, you'll really understand how blessed you are, and you wouldn't complain about your position. You'll actually glorify God and thank Him for keeping you in the same mind. You will have the same mind. You know how many people lose their mind? Yeah. We see them walking up and downtown all the time. They're in the grocery store all the time. Yeah. Urinating on themselves, doing all this other stuff that talking to themselves out of their mind. And you still got food on the table.
Thank you.
Roof over your head.
Thank you.
No matter where the roof is, it's over your head.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
What we see, sometimes if we would appreciate y'all for what we have, the windows open up.
Yeah.
Windows open up. Because now you see, they don't serve me because of what I do. They serve me because of who I am.
Yes, sir. Yeah.